This is Reg's Winch. On our route from Charleville to S.A.R here, the GPS took us up through Augathella, Tambo, and then what I thought it would do is carry on to Blackall, Barcaldine, then a right turn into Alpha, then through to the intersection of S.A.R, Anarchy, or straight ahead to Emerald. So, and of course we would have turned left to head up into S.A.R to come to the retreat. But when we got to Tambo, the GPS told me to take a right turn, which I did. Just as we were coming into Tambo, take a right turn. And then it had, like on my GPS, came up with rough surface 161 kilometres. And then as we proceeded a little bit further down the road, there was a big sign up on the road saying rough road, four-wheel drives only. And the GPS pointed, so off we went. So we travelled for a couple of kilometres down the road, and all of a sudden the road just narrowed into a single lane with quite long grass all the way up to the bitumen on both sides. So when other cars were coming from the opposite direction, which thank God was very few, we had to slow down, obviously go half off the road so that we could share the road with the other car, but then you're running the risk of running your vehicle in this long grass, not knowing if the edges drop off, if there's any hidden boulders, any hidden stumps, or so whenever there was a car coming in the other direction, I would slow down to about 20 k's an hour, pulling my trailer. Obviously, I didn't want to risk, having my trailer, which weighs 2 tonne, to sort of get out of control on me. So I slowed right down. And then you get these fuckheads that think, oh look, that Nomad is moving off the road, so I can have the road entirely to myself, and then try and hog it. Which, I know, yeah, I know people out there get frustrated with the Nomads and with people pulling caravans and things like that. Hey, but one day you're going to be at the age where you're going to want to do a bit of travelling around, see a few sides of the country. So harden the fuck up, right? Show a little bit of respect on the roads. Slow down. Share the road. It's not hard. It's all over in probably less than half a minute. And then you're back on the road, back up to doing 100 again. You're not even going to lose minutes off the destination time. Fucking seriously. And then when we got a little bit further on, there's a sign on the side of the road come up saying gravel road. So I was like, oh, okay. So I backed it off to only 80 k's an hour, travelling along, and the road was quite good. It was a gravel road, but there was no washouts, there was no great big ruts. It was like that, nice and flat, a bit of dirt, and it was wider. It was amply wide enough for 2 vehicles. So, but being gravel, again, when vehicles were coming from the other direction, I would slow down to about probably 40 or 50 k's, so that the car could pass on the other side, and I wouldn't shower them in rocks. Again, the odd fuckhead doesn't bother slowing down, 100 k's an hour, showers your car in stones, showers your windscreen in stones. Again, what? fucking hell. It's not like you're not dying. You know, slow down. Show some respect for the other drivers on the road. It's not hard. It doesn't waste your time. You know, if anything, it's probably helping protect your car as well as protecting the car of the other person. And then you get, like, the big fuckheads. The ones that are driving semi-trailers. And they think, oh, well, I'm a big ass truck. People will get out of my way. Now, again, I've done a lot of travelling, especially in the last sort of 3 years. And these are very few people, like very few truckies. But like those fuckheads that just like to shower your car in stones and stuff, it's a lot worse when trucks do it. You know, they piss me off even more. This sort of went on and off, 5, 6, 7 Ks of dirt and gravel road, then 3, 4, 5 Ks of bitumen, then back on to 3, 4, 5 of dirt, and then bitumen, and then dirt, and then bitumen. It was like this for the 161 kilometres. There was a section where the bull dust, which I was quite gobsmacked, but the bull dust was like 6 inches deep. It was that thick that, like, we had all the windows up in the car, we had the air conditioning going like pretty hard on recycle, and we could still taste it and smell the dust inside the car. It was like, are you shitting me? And of course, when I opened up the tub of my canopy, there's this lovely great big dust line across the back of me drawers, and that where the dust had come in. So fortunately, I've got a compressor hooked up in the back of my car, so I just switched it on with me blowgun and blew a lot of the dust back out of the car. But yeah, come on, council, lift your game. I'm a bit surprised about the bull dust, especially after the amounts of rain that out this way have had over the last sort of 5-6 weeks. But obviously this section of road, it hasn't copped any rain at all, and the bull dust was like cruising along, doing 100. Doing about 80. We were on a dirt road, and then the dirt road went to gravel, and I do mean gravel. I mean the dirt road was just like that. And as we came around the sky, like I said, doing only about 80, because carrying a heavy load behind me. So again, just trying to take it easy. So I was able to keep control of the vehicle and the trailer. Anyway, coming around the corner, all of a sudden, blind corners everywhere because of how thick the bush and that is around there. Come around this corner, and here's this other car, and we were only 100 metres apart. So I hit my foot on the brake, but because I have electric brakes on the trailer, and it was gravel, my trailer brakes locked up. Fortunately, they didn't lock up in the sense that the trailer started to slide or anything like that, but what it did do was just shower the back of my car in stones. I got all these stone chips around my rear wheel well, and but I mean, come on, council, that was wow. I mean, it was it wouldn't have been hard for either the other car, because the other car coming towards me broke hard as well, because we certainly weren't expecting to see each other coming around that bend. And then, if either of us had hit our brakes too hard and got ourselves into a slide, especially me with a trailer, where if my brakes had locked up and got into a slide, it could have turned out a lot worse. And I mean, this is our regional councils, our regional governments that are supposed to be providing us with safe means of getting from point A to point B, whether it be by your own form of transport or public transport. And this road, for 161 kilometres, for the majority of it, was not a safe road. So, my bitch, regional council, regional governments, get your fucking shit together. To everyone out there that likes to get, a little bit of a heavy foot, slow the fuck down. I mean, when you think about it, I'll give you an example here, for example. Let's say it's 1,100 kilometres from Brisbane to Sydney. I know it's only 1,000, but for argument's sake, let's say it's 1,100, right? Now, somebody who's driving at 100 kilometres an hour will get there in 11 hours. Somebody who's driving at 110 kilometres an hour will get there in 10 hours. So over that length of time, like 10 hours, you're only going to save 1 hour. Like, really? When you're travelling short distances, you're only saving minutes off your time by risking everyone around you. And in today's state of affairs with the price of petrol, you'd be amazed at how much money you would save by sitting on the speed limit, or even possibly a little bit under it. So, take the fucking lead out of your shoes and ease the fuck up on the speed, right? Most of the trucks in this country, even when you're on the 110 zones, most of the trucks will only travel at 100. All right, so even when you've got, like, when you overtake a truck in a 110 zone and you're sitting at 102, 103, you're still gonna pull away from him. You're not gonna upset him by him coming tearing up your ass, right? But I mean, if there's a truck out there that is like pushing it and sitting up your hammer, then increase your speed up to the 110 kilometre an hour zone, and then when you get the opportunity, move over so that this fella can pass you. Or just be like me, sit on the speed limit. If he's sitting up your ass, let him sit up your ass, right? Because if he hits the back of your car, thank you very much, I'll take my new one now, you fucking clown, right? Slow the fuck down. Respect the life that is around you, whether it being human beings or the wildlife. Just slow the fuck down. Just by sitting, on or a little under 100 kilometres an hour, I've been able to avoid an echidna and a turtle. All right. Whereas if I was doing like 110, I'm only even just doing 100. I only just missed the turtle. So there's some wildlife that I would have killed by speeding. All right. So yeah, just ease up on the pedal, people. And that's me and my whinge. Thank you.